Good afternoon, hello. So today, back at work, back into the work and training routine. So I'm out for a lunchtime run. If I'm honest, I had hoped to get out this morning, but I got up at about 7:45, 8 o'clock. Wasn't quite early enough. I'm going to keep working on that. Earlier to bed, earlier to rise. Sometimes running is just a steady 45 minutes. So Matt calls it light on feet, which basically just means just take it easy. Think about your form, just enjoy it, look around, smile, that sort of stuff. So I'm probably running around 9-minute mile, I think. Since I've started doing more interval sessions, it's really made me respect the like I'm shouting, got music playing. It's made me respect the easier runs more, so that I can go harder when I actually need to go hard and easier when I need to go easy. So I put the stats on screen from today's run, but I don't expect it to be much, if any, faster than 9-minute mile, and keep my heart rate in zone 2. Feeling good though, just starting the week off with a nice sort of trot. I did go a slightly different way to what I normally go today. I'm trying to find a loop. Doesn't need to be flat, but at the most undulating. Just trying to do some intervals on. I've been doing my effort sessions on the treadmill the last couple of weeks, and that's good, but I need to do it on the road really. I like to actually validate the pace that I'm running on an undulating route. But unfortunately, the little industrial estate that I had earmarked was just so busy. Cars all over the pavement, pulling in and out. I can't risk trying to cross a road when I'm on an effort and getting run over. And it's actually hillier than I thought as well, so back to the drawing board. I'm going to keep exploring. Doesn't really need to be a big loop, just a sort of 400 or 500 meters will do. So yeah, anyway, steady run today, and then tonight I've got a decent bike session, so I will see you there. Ooh, bike session done and dusted. I'll put some awkwardly angled footage of my face over the top of me talking about this session now. I couldn't quite reach the treadmill to put the GoPro on the side, so you'll have to make do with that up angle, which I think it is. It is what it is. Anyway, session looked like this. So it was Tabata style efforts. I probably said that wrong. 5 times 8. Now I missed the one last week, which was 4 times 8. So I feel like I had a bit of catch up to do. So it's basically an easy warm up, and then you're doing 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off, times 8 times, with 5 minutes recovery, times 5. So the on, for me, was about 395 watts. Now, as you'll see, some were slightly above, some slightly below. With such a short interval, it's really hard to nail the power exactly. I don't like using erg mode, so I just use gears, but I find that I can get pretty close to it. It's a bit of a surge at the beginning to get over the top of the gear. And then, of course, the first few seconds of the recovery interval are quite easy because you're going too fast, your gears sort of catching up. Anyway, I felt good throughout. I felt strong. It was tough in the 4th and 5th interval block, but we did it as a group. So the Ride Harder training group, we do this on a Tuesday night. Normally the hardest session of the week, we do it together. So there's no like getting 2 or 3 intervals through. I was never going to pull the pin because I'm on a group call of people, we're all doing the same session. That's the first intensity I've done for a couple of weeks now. Last week was a bit more about volume. I did do some harder efforts up hills, but only up to like sweet spot threshold, maybe for a few minutes, not anything at VO2 max, which is what tonight was. So an hour and 10 in total, 70 training stress score points. So actually not a massive session, but that's really ticked the box for some VO2 max work. Later on in the week, we're doing some 5-minute intervals, which is VO2 max work again, but this is less fatiguing because you're still spending as much time. So that's 20 minutes in total, I think, at VO2 max, but it's really broken up. So it's not, I don't actually feel like I've done 20 minutes of VO2, but I have spent that time in those training zones. Does that make any sense? I hope so. Anyway, that is it for today's training. I was going to try and get the cat in a headlock and talk to you about him because he absolutely mugged me off this morning. In fact, I will tell you. I got up this morning for a wee about 6:30. I wasn't getting up until 7:30. So walking back to the bedroom, the cat likes to be fed at first light. For those that have got a cat, you'll feel my pain. I was walking back from the toilet and he like half tapped my leg, and he does sometimes. He's telling you, come on mate, breakfast time. And I looked at him and I was like, another hour, pal. You know, I'm going back to bed. Kept walking, and he absolutely launched himself at my leg, put his paws around my leg, and like bit me. And I shook him off and like flying across the room. I was like, for goodness sake, and I'm half asleep here, and he's absolutely sunk his teeth into my leg. Anyway, then Liz was getting up, so she fed him anyway. But yeah, so he's not in best books today. He hasn't come and seen me in the office all day, so he's probably falling out of me. But anyway, that is it for today's training. That's it for today's video. Thank you very much for watching. Really happy with how today's going. I think training's going. I think all I need to do now is add some more activity into my life with me working at home. So 2 sessions and a little walk or something will be brilliant. But we'll see what we can do tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow at 4 PM. Laters.